Tracy lived on Lana Road, where 14 stories high, she gazed to where Thames industry met marsh and endless sky, and dreamed a future of escape, all brooding, lost and shy. The girl was never good at school. She lingered near the back, this short, determined, chubby thing whose eyes were almost black. Ignored, she made her way through school, divided from the pack. And Mum would have her good days, all promises and treats. A trip to KFC for tea, a DVD and sweets. But Tracy learned each victory brought with it a defeat. A smashed cup on the kitchen floor, her dinner in the bin, the chicken thighs half thawed and raw with crispy charcoal skin. A gerbil cage, a reek of piss, those days when Mum caved in. She learned to use the microwave and other tiptoe tasks. She learned to wash her uniform and lie when adults asked. Met questions with a question. She learned to wear a mask. But most of all, she watched the cars at Dartford's distant toll and longed to make those trips herself, to leave her life of dole. Those hopeless days when everything seemed out of her control. Escape into those two dark throats, to Essex, then beyond, or high upon the bridge's back and down into the ponds and fields of England's garden county. Break the constant bonds of youth and pass down torpor in a concrete ersatz town, the water stains, graffitied trains, the shades of grey and brown. The years accrued like empties, her barriers came down, and stayed that way through Leavers Day. 100 scrawled on shirts and giddy talk of sixth form, but for Tracy, it was work, to pay the toll and drive away from where the sadness lurked. Apply then wait, until one afternoon, the tardy post brought better news. She danced around her room. The Highways Agency wrote back, start 21st of June. So Tracy went to work the toll on that vast macadam waste. Cocooned within her tiny booth, they paid her poker-faced, mechanical, methodical, and then away they raced. And it wasn't like the girl imagined. These people fast and free, but hot from queues with M-road blues, these pissy escapees would sometimes shout or swear at her. She hardened steadily. As year on year the hail and sunshine rained down on her booth, and dreary, doleful adulthood replaced expectant youth, her hopes became more muddled up. She learned a simple truth. Escape as big and pure as sung by a schoolgirl in her room, when gins engulfed her mum again on a wretched afternoon, or get drowned out by bills and health and life's relentless tune. She saved enough to rent a flat, to make a proper home. She swapped the old girl's chintzy tap for modish monochrome. But as she brushed her teeth that night, it dawned. Mum's on her own. Of course she'd known that'd be the case, but now she felt a guilt. She realised as she looked round this clean, fresh home she'd built that Mum had done this years ago, before the wasted wilt. Perhaps it was executives arguing the toss, or maybe all the sleazy banter spewed out by her boss, but when her rage at Mother faded, she didn't feel its loss. Before, she'd just been terrified that she might go that way, stack sadness on calamity and just collapse one day. But now she knew that wasn't her. She made a plan to stay. So Tracy went to see her mum. She helped her clean and cook. They shared out pieces of their day in lieu of children's books. And every hour they sat and talked was one less drink she took. Still, day on day, it did its work. Uneven, sure and slow. Until one evening, Tracy, love, it's just, before you go, the words got caught. Her dark eyes filled. It's all right, Mum. I know. It took another month or so. The sultry, jaundiced dawn, so very like the morning that her Tracy had been born. She groaned and slipped away while her daughter walked the hospice lawn. Tracy washed her mother's forehead, allowed herself some tears, then set about the deathly admin, paid the rent arrears, kept a piece or two of tap, the rest to auctioneers, and with it, most of her stuff too, until one Saturday, her notice worked, the moment came. It had been right to stay. By doing so, she'd earned escape. Paid up. She drove away.